At first, I tried to handle this on my own. I mean, how difficult could it be to place a home insurance claim on my own? I underestimated what it would take. And when it was all said and done, I got a lot less than what I should have gotten, only because I didn't know what I was doing, and I trusted that my insurance company would take care of me. It didn't happen. I needed a good public adjuster. That's when I came across Mike Martinez.
Welcome, my name is Mike Martinez, and if you're a homeowner that has placed a home insurance claim and you felt like you didn't get enough, you felt like you might have been underpaid, I'm going to tell you that don't feel bad about that, because that's something that happens quite often. And hopefully if you're looking at this video, you're going to be able to take some information with you that'll help you in the future or maybe even currently. But here's what I want you to know. Two things that you should keep in mind. Number one is that the insurance companies, their model for building profit and for paying their stockholders is not based on paying out claims. The way they build their profit is by collecting policies, collecting premiums, and that's the number one thing you have to remember. So I know we see that we're bombarded by the commercials on a daily basis, and frequently throughout the day we hear about how you're going to be treated like the good neighbor, and they're going to take the mayhem away and all this good stuff, right? But the fact of the matter is, when the rubber meets the road and you actually put a claim out there, you find out that it's not so much that way, right? You're not really treated like a neighbor, maybe a bad neighbor, right? Well, the fact of the matter is, that is how the policies are written. The policies are written by the insurance company, and guess what? They are made to protect the insurance companies. They are made to maximize their profits, not to promise to give you the most. Okay, that's not how it is. Now, the second thing I want you to remember, and you know what, if you don't remember anything else about this video, remember this one thing. And you probably heard this phrase before, if you watch any of the court shows on TV or any of the shows that are related to court, because you hear in those shows the judge say, or even the prosecutors or the lawyers say, the burden of proof. Very important statement for a homeowner that has a policy. Now, you won't hear this from your agent. You won't hear the insurance company tell you, hey, it's your burden of proof to prove your damages. If you prove your damages, we are going to pay you. Now, you won't hear that, because the bottom line is, if you started doing or focusing on the fact that the burden of proof lies on you, you would start proving a lot more things and you would be paid a lot more things. But here's the process. When you go and you call your insurance company up and you say, hey, I got some damage, they say, okay, no problem, we'll send an adjuster over, right? And they're sending an adjuster. But here's the deal. The adjuster that they send is working for who? The adjuster that they send is working for them, and they are looking to minimize what you are going to get. Now, if you want to get the maximum, it is your burden of proof to prove your damages. Now, with that phrase, burden of proof, that's an umbrella phrase that covers a lot of things. Number one, you have to prove the event, when the event occurred, because you don't get paid for things that have been going on over a period of time. You get paid for things that are sudden and accidental. Very important phrase in insurance. Sudden and accidental is what you're going to get paid for. So you have to be able to prove where the event started, or what caused the damage, what event caused the damage, and you need to tag on a date to that. Okay, it has to be a specific date, and it has to be a specific event, and it has to be a specific damage caused by a specific peril that is covered in your policy. Now we're talking about a lot more different things. And again, guys, keep in mind that the policy is written by the insurance company, and they want you to jump over these hoops in order to prove your burden. And if you can't, well, you can't, right? And that's why you want to use a public adjuster. When you use a public adjuster, we are trained on how to identify these particular things. How do you identify an event? What event was it? Was it an event that caused the damage that has the perils that are covered in your policy? What is the extent of the damage? What is the exact measurement of the damage? What materials need to be replaced because of the damage in order to bring the property back to pre-damage conditions? How much is it going to cost in labor costs currently today in order to bring the property back to damaged conditions? Those are all the things that need to be proved, all the things that you need the details on. And it's not only that, right? When you're talking about what you need to do in order to recover the most possible according to your policy, you have to have estimates in place. You have to meet with contractors. You have to meet with the other company's adjuster. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of things that are going on. And so that's why we say, listen, you know what? If you got into a car accident, it would behoove you to get yourself a lawyer, right? Because if the other party has a lawyer and you don't have a lawyer, you say, hey, I don't need a lawyer. I could deal with this. You're going to be taken advantage of. That's the bottom line. There's things there that you do not know. There's things there that you are eligible for. There are things there that you should be getting, but if you don't have a lawyer that will represent you, that knows the ins and outs of the policies and the claims process, you are going to lose. So here's the bottom line. If you're looking at this video and you have placed an insurance claim within the last year, within the last 12 months, and you are in the Pennsylvania or New Jersey area, and you don't think that you were treated properly, you know what? The bottom line is you already got what you're going to get, all right? And you already got what you're going to get, right? So for me to take a look at your policy, or not just your policy, but what you actually recovered, you don't lose anything. There's no charge for me to do that, but you can recover additional monies if you were not treated fairly, if you did not get what you were supposed to get. That can happen. You can go out there and we could reopen the case, and we can have the insurance company pay you what in fact you should have gotten. If you haven't had a claim, but you are about to place a claim and you want to maximize that, then again, what I'm going to tell you is this. You have to be very, very careful, because when you pick up the phone and you call your friendly insurance agent, right, these guys are trained. While you're on the phone, they're pulling up your policy, and they have it in front of you, and they see all the things, all the different variables that are involved in your policy, and they know, or they can steer the conversation to ask you questions that may or may not help your claim. And that's what you got to be very cognizant of. That's what you have to be very careful, that you don't answer questions that are not really going to back up the claim or maximize the claim and the return that you're going to get. So what I say is, let us do the talking. Let us do your burden of proof. Let us go out there and do the fighting for you, and you'll recover a lot more. This is not something that is just, I'm a public adjuster, right? So obviously I have a vested interest in this. But when you go out there and you do your research, the OPAGA report, which was a government sanctioned report, clearly stated that you get more money when you use a public adjuster to represent you. Smart Money magazine said roughly 80% of homeowners accept the very first claim, the very first offer that is presented to you. And let me give you a simple secret here. The very first offer is not the top offer. The very first offer is just that, the very first offer. Now, the question is, how do you get to the higher offers? And you don't just get to the higher offers by saying, I want more money. You have to go out there, and again, let me throw that expression to you, burden of proof. The burden of proof is on you. If you want to get more money, they send you the first offer. Hey, it's really a $10,000 claim. They say, hey, here's $3,000. Just sign there. Let us settle this. Oh, wait a minute. I got a lot more damage than $3,000. Well, can you prove it? And if you cannot prove it, that's where you miss out. Okay, so you need to have all these ducks in line in order to get this done. So my name is Mike Martinez. I am a public adjuster in the New Jersey, Pennsylvania area. If you have a claim that you have placed in the last 12 months and you're not happy with that, contact me. Let me see if there's something we could do for you. If you're about to put a claim and you want to be the best armed and the best prepared and the best have the best representation, allow me to work for you. And all you need to do, and all this starts, there's no out of pocket money for you. All you need to do is pick up the phone, give me a call, and say, Mike, is there something you can do? All right. If there is something that we can do, we will most definitely serve you, and we will serve the best interest, the best of your interest there. So pick up the phone, give me a call if I can be of service to you. My name is Mike Martinez. Hope to speak to you soon.